Pittsburgh, Shannon.
And Deuce Staley gets this party started early, right up the gut. Breaks a tackle here. Cleveland, you got to do a better job tackling. Gets in the end zone for a 25-yard touchdown. And Harris Roethlisberger is tipped by Antoine Randall. Chris Crocker gets back to the end zone to tie the game at 7-7. Roethlisberger is not deterred on today. His favorite receiver, Plexico Burress, 48-yard catch, puts it down on the 7, and here he is again. Takes off running. He doesn't look that fast, but he does get the ball in the end zone. And here he is again. Plexico Burress wide open for a 37-yard touchdown. Puts him up 34-13. They will score another to make the final score. And here's the bus on a 3-yard touchdown run. 10 carries, 14 yards, 6 touchdowns. Not great numbers in the NFL, but great numbers for fantasy football.
Hey, guess what? Whether you realize it or not, Pittsburgh Steelers have become a force to be reckoned with in the AFC. They boost themselves to 4-1 and are looking very good in all areas, particularly at quarterback.
Yeah, when I see Big Ben here just moving around outside the pocket, that's what you like to see in a young quarterback. Doesn't have great foot speed, but he moves around. He gives his guys a chance to get open, make an extra play here and there, and you saw it to Plexico Burress a couple times. But the guy has a good arm, and now the team is gaining confidence in this young kid. They're going to be tough down the line.
Yeah, you look at him, seemingly he made every throw today. I mean, he was throwing the ends, he was throwing the out, he was scrambling, throwing the ball deep. And when everything broke down in the pocket, he was able to scramble and get the ball in the end zone.
Didn't you say that Tommy Maddox will never throw another football in a Pittsburgh uniform again?
Maybe as a backup, but not as a starter.
No, he said that.
All right, guys, Roethlisberger throwing the ball well when he has to, running it well when he has to, and after the game, our Gus Johnson had a chance to have a few words with the young Steeler quarterback.
Well, Ben, a complete football game on both sides of the ball for your team today.
No, we played well. Like you said, both sides of the ball. We came out, we did what we had to do, and we got the victory.
What do you think the next step for your offense is, Ben? What are you guys going to do to take another step offensively?
You know, I think we need to polish some things up. We'll look at the film. We made some mistakes today, and, you know, you can always clean things up. You're never perfect, so we'll do the best we can to get that prepared for this week and get ready for next weekend.
Ben, thanks a lot. Great game today, and good luck the rest of the way.
All right, appreciate it, guys. Take care.
One to watch in the NFL, Ben Roethlisberger. He leads the Steelers to a 34-23 win and a 4-1 record. Also going to 4-1 today.
What I thought the difference in the game, Reggie, was the Steelers made a bunch of their big plays when Roethlisberger, and man, is it a little scary that the Browns are going to have to be facing this guy for the next 10 or some years? Their receivers made plays. You know, Plaxico Burress, Anthony Henry had a tough day. He made plays off the run when he's scrambling, and his receivers reacted. And that's what we talked a little bit about. Browns receivers just didn't react. All right, let's get into the first half highlights now and show you how this baby played out. You know, it was a bad start because Butch talked about special teams. The Steelers had a big kickoff return. Now watch Deuce Staley. Watch Earl Little. I mean, that's just a missed tackle. Really, that's Deuce Staley running Earl Little over. That's a touchdown, and it was 7-0 Pittsburgh. Then Chris Crocker in the right place at the right time. Antoine Randall hit him right in the hand, so you can't blame Roethlisberger there. That's a touchdown. Browns at 7-7. Then Roethlisberger all day rolls out. Ebenezer Ekuban missed the tackle. Roethlisberger deep, and this is one of those plays we're talking about where Burress makes a play and does something to help out his quarterback, 43 yards. Then Roethlisberger makes a play here. He dives into the end zone, and you know what? It's looking really bad for Butch and the boys right now. It is a 14-7 game. Teams traded field goals. Roethlisberger lighting it up. He finds Burress, and look at all this time to throw. Jeez, he just had all day. Garcia had absolutely no time. Randall catches that one. Then all day again, no one, so he rolls right. And, you know, this is basically the same play we saw in the first quarter. Burress runs away from Anthony Henry. That's a touchdown. Just can't relax that coverage. Steelers up 24-10. Browns with a little flea flicker. Good to see. Garcia to Suggs, to Garcia to Davis. But, you know, here's what Butch was talking about. They only kicked a field goal, so it was 24-13. Then Roethlisberger, a 2-minute drill. It was perfect. It led to a Steeler field goal. 27-13. The Steelers led this one at halftime. Let's take a look at some of the first half numbers. Garcia, you know, 6 of 13, 89 yards under pressure the whole half. Roethlisberger, 12 for 17, 199 yards, Reggie, in the first half. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Suggs carried it 8 times for 27 yards. Deuce had his way with the Browns, 14 attempts, 66 yards, 1 touchdown. Total offense, the Steelers 274 yards. Browns 151 yards, and you know, Reggie, the Browns were playing from behind like they've done a lot this year.
And the offense hasn't played well enough all season to be able to do that. We've got to find a way to get points early. Defense has played well up until today, and unfortunately, because of the coverage situations, yes, that's an issue. But what happens is Rosenberg is normally going to be a drop-back passer, and after a while, you get 4 or 5 seconds, he gets outside the pocket, and then what happens is the coverage breaks down. Whereas what Garcia will do is get out quick, and then the field is already shortened up.
Right.
You only got half the field to deal with, so everybody slides, defense slides. So it looks different, but it's the same thing that's taking place.
Yeah.
Boss has spoken.
Those are Jeff Garcia's words. All right, let's real quickly get into the second half highlights, and we'll show you how this played out in the second half. Browns went 3 and out on their first possession of the second half, and then the Steelers took the punt and shoved it right down the Browns' throats. Now, say what you will about making halftime adjustments, you make your own decisions there. Roethlisberger to Hines Ward. Then Staley pounds it down to the 3-yard line, and here comes the bus. You heard here comes the judge. How about here comes the bus? And he's their touchdown maker, the special guy down around the goal line, and it's 34-13. Now, Garcia, under fire all day. He bangs up his left hand here as he's pounded into the turf. Garcia, you know, wincing there. That's not his throwing hand, of course. They took him to the bench. All eyes on Kelly Holcomb. They taped it up. No need for Holcomb, though, however, in this one. You really can't blame Garcia today. He didn't play bad. Joey Porter coming hard. Garcia on his back, but, you know, just time and time again, he had no chance. Rounds made a little noise late. Give Garcia a little time, and Andre Davis, who did have a pretty good job today. Davis caught 5 balls for 101 yards, and he caught a touchdown pass right here. Browns were 1 of 9 on third down, Reggie, at this point. This gives them 2 of 10. It was 34-23 at this point. Browns would get the ball back, so you know what? They're not dead because they get a touchdown at 2, and then the you know, a field goal, and all of a sudden they're tied. But that was a good snap. Garcia should have had that one. Didn't happen. Browns fumbled away their last opportunity there. Let's take a look at some of the significant game stats here. Garcia, 16 of 34, 210 yards, 1 touchdown. Roethlisberger, can't say enough about this kid. He's going to be a heck of a player. And Reggie, you made this point. Who cares where he played in college? I mean, the guy can play. It's coming from a guy like yourself who played at Elizabeth City State. No one's ever heard of. 231 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Total yards for the Browns, 296, 401 total yards of offense. Not on your screen for the Steelers, but 98 yards rushing for the Browns, 170 yards rushing for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, you know what? Did not go well in any phase of the game for the Cleveland Browns today.